Namo Phat, good morning. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fifth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful consumption, I vow to cultivate good health, both physical and mental, for myself, my family, and my society, by practicing mindful eating, drinking, and consuming. I will ingest only items that preserve peace, well-being, and joy in my body, in my consciousness, and in the collective body and consciousness of my family and society. I'm determined not to use alcohol or any other items that contain toxins, such as certain TV programs, magazines, books, films, and conversations. I'm aware that to damage my body or my consciousness with these poisons is to betray my ancestors, my parents, my society, and future generations. I will work to transform violence, fear, anger, and confusion in myself and in society by practicing a diet for myself and for society. I understand that a proper diet is crucial for self-transformation and the transformation of society. Our Dharma lesson today is by Ajahn Yatiko, called Problems from Nothing. And this is from Beginning Our Day by the monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery. If we were to look calmly and clearly at our experience living here in the monastery, we would see that our lives are extraordinarily simple. However, as human beings, we have this great penchant for creating problems out of nothing, a tendency that is quite self-harming. We create these problems with our perceptions and our desires. We pay attention to them, dwell on them, think about them, obsess over them. So they stick with us. By dwelling on a particular issue, it grows and becomes more entrenched in our being and more entrenched in our perceptions. Before we know it, we're in a world that seems tremendously complicated, and we don't recognize that there is something we've created out of nothing. Behind these problems are nothing but our conflicted and contradictory desires. With the path laid out for us by the Buddha, we can aim to see this process and explore how it is that we create these problems for ourselves. This is what will alleviate suffering and stress and ultimately prevent us from creating these complications in the first place. There's nothing here in the monastery that is a real concern. We have food to eat, water to drink. All our basic necessities are well taken care of. There's nothing that has to be done. Furthermore, we live in a harmonious community. Yet, somehow, we create a situation that seems so complicated. We all create these issues, from the most junior to the most senior of us. We can reflect on this and stop attending to things that we think are our personal dilemmas. We can observe this complicating and unnecessary process, put it down, and realize, well, this is ridiculous. I don't have to suffer about this at all. When we gain insight in this way, we come back to this peaceful, simple, spacious lifestyle that we're offered as renunciants. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.